So this week on Connected Learning, I have Vera Golosova with me, who's been one of our Connected Learners throughout, and she's just completed her first project. And what I'd like to do is just to go through with you, Vera. Maybe we'll start with a little introduction about who you are and how you came to do this course, and then we can move on to talk a little bit more about the project that you've just completed.
So hello, my name is Vera, and originally I'm a photographer, mostly digital photographer. I live in Moscow, Russia, and a friend of mine said me about this course on the Facebook, and I plugged in immediately because lately, for latest time, I realized that the most interesting thing for me to study is storytelling. And medium actually doesn't matter because the rules of storytelling are the same for more or less like movie, pictures, paintings, writings, whatever. So I wanted to develop my ability to tell a story, if it's like written story or if it is made up story or if this is like real story, like journalistic story, how to do it. So that's why I was in the course. So the biggest challenge for me was actually the interview. And I really got the idea that it was really the problem when I started to make the transcript of the interview and understood that I formulated the questions completely in the wrong way. And when a guy started to tell me something that was out of my story, I completely was lost. I didn't know how to move him on the track which I needed. And I've seen the interviews with some of the photographers or journalists on the Connected Learning page, and it was said there by somebody, I don't remember, I guess it was the interview with two ladies, and one of them said that for the photographers, the interview is the hardest part, and for interviewers, like the pictures is the hardest part. So it was completely truth for me. So the biggest challenge was to make questions, and then when I understood that the interview goes the wrong way, how to make it right. So it was the most complicated part of the thing. I think that technically it was not much of the challenge because I'm used to making some video edits as I shoot sometimes some like wedding things or something, so it wasn't really hard. So the hard thing here was to choose the pieces of the interview and to combine them in an order which will tell kind of story, and to really think what should be first, what should be like second, and what should be in the end of the story. It was the most complicated thing, I think.
So if you were going to start another project tomorrow, what were the key things you think that you would do differently? I mean, other than, as you said, structuring the interview a little bit better and maybe doing a paper edit rather than trying to do it on the timeline?
I think I will work more on a storyline in the beginning because it helps to make proper interview questions, I suppose. And I will really understand that I will have more time for that, and I think that I would love to make more of a research what was done on this topic and how people faced it or something like that. I think that's the main things I would love to do.
As someone who's done this for the first time, what would be your one tip as to somebody who's coming along, who's going to start their project for the first time? What would be the one thing that you would advise them?
I would advise the person to really finish this project, because for me, I got several times I got the feeling like it's not necessary, I just learned all the stuff, like why should I do it? Maybe if it's like not a problem, nobody gonna be pissed on me, I don't get money for that, like there's a million of reasons not to do it, because I do it just for myself. And my tip will be just nail it, do it.
I think that's a really good thing, and you've done it, and we've had this same problem with a lot of people who've been on the Connected Learning, is that it's been difficult to get them to actually finish off. So congratulations, you were the first person who's finished a project, who's done it for the first time. We have had some other Connected Learners who finished projects, but they were quite experienced before they came. So we want everyone online who's watching this to get on and have your say, you know, let Vera know what you think. I mean, I think that there are things obviously that could be improved, but it was your first attempt, and so, you know, we'd expect it to be a little rough around the edges for the first project, but I think you've done an amazing job. Congratulations.
Thank you.